And we're live with a great group of participants here today, our partners in the field. My name is Sharon Whiteman. I am very privileged to partner with Diana Hunter and Gary Knapp to bring this training call to Australasia and the globe every Saturday morning. So some of you I know will be watching this at a later date. We love coming together. You guys inspire us, and I know that we get a lot of feedback that this is a great place to connect with our awesome company and community, and the leading education of the amazing people that are drawn to the company that is Manatech. Now, today is no exception. We have the amazing Jenny Messenger, who is the Executive Director of Manatech Australasia. A little bit about her background. I know we've got quite a few new people. With an absolute devotion to growing businesses, developing teams, and coaching and mentoring individuals to realize their potential, Jenny has forged a long-standing career within the Australasian direct selling industry. She brings a wealth of experience gained from a diverse number of companies, driving growth with the enthusiasm and energy to inspire and innovate. Jenny firmly believes that her ability to manage change effectively has been crucial to her success and that of the roles that she has undertaken. And she lists her career highlights as being published in the New York Times by one company as being responsible for exceptional sales and consultant growth in recent years, also being able to contribute as a board member for the Direct Selling Association in Australia, and subsequently serving a term as chair. Jenny is driven and excited by having the opportunity to help others realize that their true potential, with one of her favorite quotes being, "Success isn't just about what you accomplish in your life, it's what you inspire others to achieve." So whether you were privileged to attend conference or not, today it's going to be all about catching up on the content, the announcements, and definitely we'll be having a strong focus on our upcoming amazing incentive to Dubai. So Jenny, thank you for generously giving your time once again.
You're welcome, Sharon. Good morning, everyone. And can I apologize up front? I think I must have been talking too much over the weekend and the voice keeps coming in and out. But so rest assured, I'm on massive doses of Mana Boom, and hopefully I can end up enjoying the weekend. But I apologize ahead of time if I have to cough and sneeze. So, but I'm not contagious. I'm on video. Thanks, Sharon.
Yeah, well, thank goodness we got our products, because definitely that'll turn it around quickly. Give you the best possible experience of having some opportunistic little virus. So Jenny, let's go back to the beginning. You put a lot of work into that conference, and definitely I'm so grateful for it. I could see it everywhere. I could see your touch everywhere. You're just such a professional. So how would you like to lead us into the content for this? And if you have any questions, you can put them in the Q&A.
Okay.
And we'll cover them at the end. I'm pretty sure we'll have room, but tell us more, Jenny.
Well, I guess let's maximize the opportunity of this call and perhaps just grab a few of the highlights, which to me now become key business drivers going forward, and then spend a bit more time on how I see the importance and the positioning of the Achievers Club. So look, happy and sad. Happy that it turned out as I'd hoped. A little bit sad that we didn't have more in the audience. So I am going to circle back before I get into conference, just to capture one point. You know, we launched the Come to Conference program for Q4, which in my head was an ideal opportunity for people to earn and offset their cost to conference. And look, it didn't work as well as I had hoped it would. So I want to circle back and look at that, because that may have been one of the reasons that we had not as many attend, because we had gone for an extra day and a half. And I don't want to go backwards. I want to keep the agenda we had. I thought the fun night was great. I thought the extra Sunday training. So to me, it was a whole package, which obviously meant we had to raise the registration fee against the prior year. And then we had the gold, silver, bronze registration, which I absolutely think worked well. But the weakest link, I think, was the Come to Conference program. So just as I'm talking to this audience, I'm going to hope and reach out for some feedback on that, because I really want to, as I say, work with that again and have it a bit more impactful maybe, and to drive a higher registration. Because you know what, Sharon, to me, the conference is the must a must-attend event. It is the platform for the year. It's an opportunity for us as a team, associates, leaders, and corporate to get together, working in partnership to underpin what I see is the opportunity to drive a successful year. So, yeah, I think the tools that we were able to roll out, and I say tools, one of the most exciting was the new Greens and Reds product. I think that's going to have a huge impact on everyone's business. A, because it tastes so great. With respect, I have tried some products out there in the marketplace that you feel as though you have to sort of hold your nose and swallow to get it down. The fact that Dr. Nugent has given us an amazing product, absolutely so healthy, but it's a pleasant drink, which in leaps and bounds is going to take us ahead of the competition. So for those at conference who got the opportunity to trial it, I know they're already in the game. For those who didn't, come on board, because it is an amazing product. And I guess to be given the opportunity to launch it first in the Australasian market was exciting. Bodes well of how international are looking at the Australasian market and what they can do to support us going first. I know South Africa backed it up with a launch back-to-back, but Chris kept his word. We got ahead of the game. But I hear it's going out in leaps and bounds in South Africa. So, come on, Australasia, we need to keep these South Africans in check here. I'm just being cheeky. Okay.
Just before we go on, we just got to have a couple questions on the incentive for the program. So Marie's asked that if we enroll for the incentive going forward in the future, if we set one goal that we aim for and then we achieve that, can you extend your goal, upgrade your goal at a later date as part of the incentive?
Yeah.
Is that possible to integrate in the future?
Absolutely.
I think it was just a manual thing, wasn't it? This time they just had to call corporate.
Yeah, that's right. We have, and they're talking about setting a goal for going for the gold level, and then they want to upgrade to go for bronze. Have I understood the question correctly?
Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I want everyone going for the diamond experience. Just
it felt like a diamond experience.
I guess, and I will come back to TREP. So I think the recognition night, being able to widen and deepen the level of recognition was great. I had fun, and kudos to you. And I want to thank you again, Sharon, for all that you do to support us as a team. And it was great to be able to give you recognition. So I know you don't take recognition very well, and I'm squeezing this in here. You do a great job for us, and I want everyone to know you're appreciated. So I come from a background where I believe it takes teamwork to make a dream work. So to me, conference is the opportunity to network, have fun, have recognition, education, and we got that in heaps from each other, as well as from two keynote speakers, Dr. Adam Fraser and Yossi Ginsberg. And they were positioned on the conference in key places, one to set the mindset, and the other to say, if you have a dream, then you can overcome so many obstacles and you can still realize your dream. And I hate to think we'd all have as many obstacles as Yossi, but you know what? I think he gave us all a level of inspiration that some of our major hurdles end up like speed bumps compared to what he went through to achieve his dream. So, so conference is a whole package. And, as I said, I think the company positioned this as a training on Achievers Club. So I don't want to stay too much on conference, but that was a platform to launch an exciting year. And then Achievers Club, to me, again, is a tool to drive the business. Now, this is an interesting one. I had the feeling, and I got the feeling that quite a few in the audience see it as a holiday, which is fantastic. It's going to be an amazing holiday. But I want people to rethink as the structure and strategy around launching an Achievers Club, because it really is the best business building tool that we can work on together. And I'm going to say that if it's used as a business building tool and it's used as an encouragement to get as many, especially for leadership, of your team there on trip that you can, your business is going to grow in leaps and bounds. And if you're an associate thinking, I want to achieve this, then I'm going to say just go for it. Because irrespective of whether you end up in Dubai, and I'm not being negative, I'm saying everybody who goes for it, something may happen. Life does get in the way. But if you're standing there in October looking at your business platform as to where it was at the end of February, if you'd have tried for Trip, you would have moved the needle forward, you would have grown your business. So let's talk about that if I can for a minute.
So Jenny, I've just put the link to the blog post about the Achievers Club. So if anybody wants to follow along as Jenny's talking and you want a little bit more information, it's in the chat.
Okay, thanks, Sharon. Thanks, Sharon. See, I circled back and thought, okay, now what would I do if I was in the field as a leader with this amazing tool to drive my business? So I'm going to share with you the strategy that I would adopt. It may not be perfect, it may not run perfect, but I want to give the opportunity for you to think, well, would this be a plan for me? I can tailor it to suit where I am in my business, but I'm just going to try and give some structure. So if this was me now, a leader in the field going for Trip, I think, okay, I'm going to go out as hard as I can in March and reach out and see how many customers I can enroll in my business with the potential of, no, let me rephrase that. I'm going to work, I would love to go for a goal for 10 customers. If some of those customers immediately jump onto the business plan and want to become associates, fantastic. But the concept for me would be, I'm a great believer that when you believe in your product and you're anchored in your product, you're going to have a connection for a long time. My focus would be to get customers enrolled on automatic orders on a minimum of 3 months so they could start to see the benefit of the product. But already planning of those that I had enrolled as customers, putting in my calendar a business opportunity meeting to invite those customers along to see the business plan and how they then can take their business forward. Now, why would I do it this way? Because if you believe in the product and you're seeing results from the product, I think you can go out and talk to people with a lot more confidence, and you can actually say, look what this has done for me, and it's also a great business opportunity. Now, you've got 6 months to work the plan. So if you go out strong in March, it's a double points month, and get as many customers enrolled as possible. Even 2-3 months in, you can start encouraging those customers to look at the business opportunity with a view to them joining in the business as associates. That could drive rank change, you get bonus points. And even some of those new customers could still go for the Achievers Club. I put up a track sheet on screen of a new enrollee, a new associate last year who joined on the 12th of June, and she still achieved the incentive Trip. So, if you want to do something and you can really go out there and make it happen. But I want you to think about the flow-on effect, the domino effect. If those customers you've enrolled during the incentive period become associates, and those associates are now focused on going out there for Trip and enrolling customers, look at the exponential growth that your personal business platform has taken on and changed. So, I'm going to circle back here. I'm a great believer in the law of life. The more you give, the more receive. So you're giving the opportunity of good health. You're giving the opportunity of a great business. And as a return, your business platform grows, your income opportunity grows, and more than likely you will then celebrating on Trip. But the magic's going to be if you're celebrating on Trip with some of your team. So lead by example, share your plan with your team, engage your team in, like we're doing, Sharon, today, in Zoom calls or regular chat meetings, coffee mornings if you're all together. Keep each other inspired, keep each other accountable, and see how the magic starts to happen. And I don't say that lightly because, as I said earlier, it takes teamwork to make a dream work. And when you're working together, supporting each other, inspiring each other, then the results come. And to that end, I'm going to be posting some meetings of Zoom calls like this regularly. I haven't got them scheduled in my diary. I'll be transparent. I haven't had the time to do that. And just encourage people, if they want to come on and join and share their experiences, and let's chat about successes. Let's celebrate together. Let's talk about maybe some of the obstacles that need to be overcome to keep everybody on track. And let's stay focused, because I really feel that we have an opportunity to drive the business together. And the end result is celebrating with a huge team, having an amazing fun in Dubai in October. So I've probably said enough. You can see I'm very passionate about this, Sharon, because, you know, it's not just a holiday. It really is a business building platform. And I don't want anybody to miss that opportunity. I think of you all are CEOs of your own business. How often do we talk about that? But to me, CEO means capture every opportunity, and don't let this one go by. Capture every opportunity and you will be successful. So yeah, very passionate, Sharon.
Well, and that's the unique thing about our business, isn't it? So to have, like, if you're out there in an ordinary business, nobody's giving you any incentive to do better.
No.
Like, there's so much icing on this cake. It's unbelievable to explain to people. And that you really get to see, for, you know, all Jenny's done is created a track for us to follow and goalposts to hit that, yes, will give you an incentive. It's not really winning, earning. You'll earn an incentive experience, like a, you know, 5-star experience. But at the same time, your business is going, those steps are taking your business in a healthy way, in a healthy structure, and in growth.
Absolutely.
Which blesses everyone, doesn't it?
Well, and the thing is too, with that team focus, with working together, the biggest impact is, yes, you're going to have an amazing experience in Dubai because you would have achieved it, but you're going to come back to a strong business platform too. It's not going to create peaks and troughs in your business. You're going to get steady growth in your business. And then the business keeps rolling forward. And to me, that is the success of a successful Achievers Club promotion, is that we keep going forward. You know, we don't have to come back and then think, oh, I need to rebuild again. So it's how we do it is going to be important as actually achieving it.
And that's, you know, that's such a good strategy, because so I'm looking, there's over 50 of us on the call today. And we're all individual business owners in our home. So if we just sat there and had to motivate ourselves every day, sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't, depending on our personality. So here you've got a track to run on and gifts at every step. I've put the terms and condition in there. So there's been questions about whether it's 5 months or 6 months. 6 months included February, because they gave us a bonus month.
Exactly, yes.
So yeah, and there's also a question about the come to conference goals. So I think that's something that we'll look at the next conference. So it was an incentive like this one for the person that was asking that question, and there's terms and conditions for that incentive as well. So if you know what, customer service is great. They can help you if you don't have a team, or bring that to this call. And, you know, if you think, we're always open to ideas for calls. So at the beginning of any incentive, we can do a training on how to do it. So that's absolutely fine.
I really would like to strengthen that, Karen. I see it as a key part of the success of conference, is giving people the opportunity to offset their expenditure. And look, and it is a big investment. And if I can support that in any way, then I have to make sure I deliver on the investment, that when someone has invested, you know, hard-earned income to come to conference, that they get the tools, the inspiration, whatever is necessary to reinvest back in their business. So, you know, it's that's an interesting one.
You know, and we've got a comment here from somebody who's experienced in our industry, in our profession, saying that most conferences were significantly in other companies more expensive than what we experienced. And, you know, at Manatech, to the best of their ability, they give us an opportunity to earn it cheaper, you know, to earn some support from that. So that's, you know, that's a great point, John. Thanks for that. So does anybody have any questions or highlight questions, or does anybody want to highlight something in the comments about your experience? So I think, you know, definitely we're going to have a leaders call so we can give more content, so that we do. So here's a question: if you were gold, the product we got half paid for it. Absolutely. So that's another thing we have touched on, is that there's a very generous product gift
Mm-hmm.
valued $200. We got the slim sticks for Ambertos Life. I use them all the time, and I tell you, it does hit the pocketbook.
Yes.
We're all committing to looking after our health in a proactive way, which, you know, you don't only need to read the news right now to know how smart we are in doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And Ambertos Life, what a generous gift, Jenny. That was amazing.
Well, thank you for that. But, you know, yes, it is supporting the fact that we are proud of our product, and that we, you know, every associate's on a specific program of their own design. But I felt that was a better way to drive registration. Yes, it was an investment, but rather than doing an early bird, well, as you know, the conference obviously costs money. So you have to drive the platform,
Business, yeah.
the business platform, but I wanted it to be a win-win for everybody. We need to be able to deliver the extra day, the fun night, and everything that entails, from AV to whatever, but also appreciate the commitment from the field for coming to conference and feeling they got something very special for registering. So I'm sure we'll probably go down that path again.
You know, I've got another comment here saying that, you know, ACON 2020 was very well put together conference, and it had something in it for everyone. And your experience in our profession, Jenny, just shone through in all that, you know, and then partnering with Sandy Canton, and then having Chris there. One of my highlights of I really enjoy Chris, and I have such respect for his, again, his experience in it. And we've got some amazing people in our company. And one of the things that he said was, that, you know, he's sitting down and looking at our leadership. He has the opportunity to see leadership in half the planet. I think he's the chief, what did he call himself? The chief boss of everywhere but North America, something
That's
like that.
exactly right. Yes, yeah.
And so he has an opportunity to meet at an intimate level with leaders all across the globe. And he says, Australasia's got it. The quality of leaders that are here are enough of a foundation to take this region to the next level. So I think that was really clear at the conference.
And look, I have the greatest respect for Chris, and I'm not too sure that everyone knows, and I may be speaking out of school, but you know, he's going home and he's quarantining himself in a hotel for 2 weeks, just to make sure he doesn't take anything home that he shouldn't be taking. So he's been on the road now for, I think, about 3 or 4 weeks. And then he was committed to come and support our market. And then he can't go straight home. He has such a passion for supporting and helping the business. Does he deliver tough love sometimes? Absolutely. But that's what we need. And, you know, he does it because he is passionate about wanting all his markets to grow. And I would be very, very proud indeed if, you know, in a couple of years to come, we could stand up on stage and say, Chris, Australasia has bounced back and we're proud that you were at the helm. So, you know, kudos to him. He didn't duck and dive. He just took it on and come down to support us. So we need to be, privileged, I think.
Absolutely. And so for those of you that are new attending today, we've got disruptive technology in Manatech, and our industry has been taking quite a lot of hits in regards to the regulatory situation. So, you know, any great business takes pot shots, and Manatech has had more than its share. So it has flattened growth in Australasia for a while, but I know Chris reported that it's on the way up again, and that all of us that are so passionate and know that we need this product forever, and that everybody we love needs this product.
Yeah, I mean, you can go on to Google search and you can pull up anybody, and they'll always get the naysayers or the complaints, or they'll always highlight things that haven't worked. But I'm very proud now to be connected with Manatech, because to me, they face the challenges head on. They made sure now that they are compliant. We have a commission bonus plan that stands well above as far as reward and recognition than any other that I know in the industry. And I think we can drive our way forward. There's a few other companies now under the spotlight that then take a hit, and let's just carry on building.
Absolutely. So they've been asked, you know, if we have any, same thing, there's some questions about China. and how we can help them with their immune system. So obviously we can legally say it supports immune systems,
Yes. Yeah.
our technology. And so and the best place to start in China is with Chinese people here. So there's going to be whole Chinese communities in Australia who are frightened and looking after themselves, and kids staying home. Now I've got a colleague who, their whole family in Japan has the kids have sent away from school till the end of April. They've shut down Japan Disneyland apparently.
Yes.
So it's just, what precious gift do we have? And you can legally say that this is one of the most powerful immune support products on the planet, which is exactly what they need. So Irene, that's something that we'll take to customer service. So there's a message, just an error with one of the videos in the library. So that we'll do that on Monday, I think, Irene, but thanks. So if you're trying to look at the Dubai video, it's probably on, I would next look on YouTube, actually, because it might be on Australasian YouTube channel.
Okay, and
also,
Olivia, sorry to interrupt, Sharon. Olivia's
right.
also put it up on the Manatech website too, our launch video of Dubai, and then we're going to drip feed a bit more. The comms plan is communications is to give an update every now and again to keep people energized and excited. You'll see something about the hotel, then you'll start seeing teasers about the experiences we're going to have, just to keep the destination alive in the mind. But let's be realistic here. We can do that, but at the end of the day, there's a famous saying, you have to get off the bottom to get to the top. So associates, you have to get out there, work a plan, dream, yes, but it's going to be the action plan that actually helps you achieve the incentive trip. So get those plans out there, have the videos as inspiration, but get a plan of action in place. Excuse me.
And Jenny, you had planned to have meetings with associates in the coming weeks to walk through the terms and conditions and strategize different plans, didn't you?
Yeah, I'd like everyone just to read the T&C, terms and conditions, and perhaps have some questions. And then I'll post a Zoom call and we'll actually go through it, because, we have leveraged this year's bonus points more along business development, leadership development, key drivers that we actually need to grow Australasia. So nothing much has changed as far as earning regular points from last year, although we've actually dropped it down a little to the 7,500 points is the entry level. Whereas, correct me if I'm wrong, Sharon, but last year that was just receiving a travel certificate. So we wanted to have the opportunity to make it doable, achievable. Is it easy? No, it still needs hard work, but it is achievable for everybody. It's not just positioned at the, top 10% of the company. And I would love to celebrate associates getting on an Achievers Club, because once you've been on an Achievers Club trip, you won't want to miss the next one. Good business building.
Absolutely. They're absolutely amazing. I've been to China, I've been to, it was Malaysia, Club Med, to the Caribbean, or the Caribbean, however you say it, to Manifest so many times, to Alaska. Definitely, there, do not miss. So in regards to the logistics, I've got some questions about the T's and C's. So there'll be a meeting coming up. If somebody urgently wants to get answers to their questions of the T and C on Monday, how would they approach that?
They can phone customer service. They've had training. They've been part of the program. So they should be skilled enough now to give good feedback. And I will schedule a call as soon as I get into the office and put it out there on the link so that people can come in. I'm hoping that if people actually sit and go through the T's and C's, there shouldn't be too many questions. I know you have to cover every point, and that can sometimes be challenging, but we've tried to simplify it, tried to keep the concept of how to achieve it easier without too many complicated elements, because if you understand it, you're in a better place. If we confuse people, we lose people. So I'm hoping if they just take the time to read it, and yes, jot a few questions, and I'm always available too. But if it's urgent on Monday, then call customer service and they'll feed it back to me if they're unable to give a satisfactory answer, Sharon.
Yeah. And then there'll be a Zoom meeting as well available too. And we
Yes.
also, Christine's quite rightfully asked a question here about, or prompted us in regards to the deadline today to if you register at the link I'm just putting in the chat right now, you can get 50 extra bonus points. So you've got till end of today to do that, and that's pretty precious and pretty generous as well. We also usually have a tracker. Now, I have on any of the links I've seen so far, there hasn't been. Is that one being developed?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought that was scheduled to be uploaded on Friday.
Okay.
Today, but I wasn't in the office yesterday, so I will circle
So
back.
it's not far away if it's not there now.
No,
I'm
and
not
we've
in the
tried
library right now.
Yeah, we've tried to simplify it as well,
Okay.
to make it easier. And I could just call out for all those that are registered for those 50 points, they will be the first people that I will reach out to invite along to Zoom meetings and Connect meetings and coaching mentoring calls, because that will be the core group that are really excited and want to achieve Dubai. And I've been there 3 times, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you guys a 4th time. It's an amazing city.
And the double, do you want to highlight again the double points for March, just in case?
Yes, well, we just everything, double points for March. So every point you earn in March will be doubled. So I'm going to be cheeky and say, you know what, it's like golden handcuffs. If you go out there and you've got a huge number of points in your tracker for March, guess what? Even when you hit a bit of a tough month and you think, oh, okay, but I can't, it's like money in the bank. I can't lose those points. So I'm being cheeky. That was a strategy to have double points in March to get everyone, while they're still excited and inspired about the destination, to give it their best shot. Because we know, at the end of a club, quite a Achievers Club period, quite a few people have given up by then. I want everybody excited. Chris wants to come on Achievers Club, but he's given me a number that I have to reach. I don't want to share that with you guys yet, but let's have him on the first incentive trip in Dubai. That would be awesome. And that would be in the inner circle, Sharon. Sorry.
No, that's great. That's great. And this is good because people are getting their questions answered. So the registration asks for my current associate level. Is that what I am now or highest ever achieved?
What you are now.
Okay, perfect. And somebody's answering for somebody else. The Yoshi movie is called Jungle.
Yes.
Also, there was the questions about the level. So if they, the registration asks for
what level they want to achieve.
Yeah, what level they want to achieve. So imagine if they can upgrade later.
Absolutely. Look, it's not written in stone. That's just an indication of who's really keen to achieve this and to give us an opportunity to roll out some business platforms to support those who really want it. And we can move the goalposts anytime during the Achievers Club period promotions. So, just get on the list. That's all.
All the overachievers, they can send it further. Okay. And then, so if you've made any error on your registration, just give customer service a call and they'll assist you with that.
Yeah.
The other thing is a more logistical thing. Chris did mention that he was going to make the slides available to everyone. That probably will happen through customer service, will it? Through maybe Olivia?
Sorry, make
his slides.
His slides, absolutely, yeah. We're just being a bit challenged, and in the essence of transparency, we're being challenged in the marketing department at the moment with some change in staffing. It's not an excuse, it's just a reason. And Sarah's working very hard to get the library updated, but it takes time. So I'm just asking everyone to have a little bit of patience, and we'll get all the information up as quickly as we can. I mean, the goal is to have everything up there by the 1st of March, but you know what? It may be 2nd, 3rd, 4th, but be forgiving, please.
Fantastic. So that will be coming this week. So
yeah.
For people that are starting as an associate, apparently it doesn't, I'm looking at, it does have that. So I'm looking at the form right now, and select your current level. And it does have associate as the starting place. So
Yeah.
congratulations to those of you who are jumping in there and getting started. That's the best place to start.
And look, to that point, Sharon, I know there was an error on that. It did have silver associate, I think the lowest level. We picked it up very quickly, and I'm glad to hear that Olivia has changed that. So yeah, the
it's there now.
exciting thing is associates who want to be on the Achievers Club, and your business is just going to take off in leaps and bounds. That's exciting.
Yeah, and that's where I started with growing my business all that time ago, is with incentives. It's really helpful. And especially the biggest tip is get people in at the beginning of the incentive and get them on automatic orders. That's the best golden pot for points for any incentive.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the people are excited about this. This has been good to be very helpful, Jenny.
Well, thank you. I'm excited that they're excited, actually.
Yeah. There's another thing I was going to say for anybody. I don't know if anybody, probably I'm the only one that ever experienced this, but I used to feel in going for goals. I went through a lot of personal development in my time in Manatech. That's one of the side benefits of our business. And I used to not set goals because I didn't think I would achieve them. I was somebody who, if I couldn't manage my experiences, my emotional experience of not achieving something I set. So I wouldn't tell anybody, or I wouldn't try very hard, or I would just not even go for it. One of the things I've learned from all my years in Manatech is that even when I set goals, even whether it's a personal volume goal or a rank goal or whatever my goal was for the month and I didn't get it, if I learned to look back and realize that I had got much further because of those goals than I would have if I hadn't set them. Absolutely. I mean, I achieved lots of goals. It's not, it's not that I never achieved my goals, but the time I had to learn some emotional skills of what I focused on, and definitely set the goals, know yourself, know whether a big goal drives you or paralyzes you. So you might need to do a step one. You need to learn yourself and set goals and go for them, because it's really, really worth it.
Yeah. And to your point, Sharon, it's a case of you're moving yourself forward. Goalposts can always be changed, but you've got to have a sense of direction. I mean, we don't go out in the car unless we know where we're going. We don't go driving down the road unless we know where we're going. And that's exactly the same for your business. It's like having a roadmap of where you want to go. And okay, so sometimes you take a left turn when you should have taken a right, or you go around the roundabout and you've got to regroup and go forward. But seriously, or you get in a chicane and you think, I've got to get out of here. But if you've got that goal in mind, that dream in mind of, where you want to be, it keeps you focused and it keeps you on true north. It keeps you getting out of bed in the morning and think, well, maybe yesterday didn't work out how I wanted it to be, but today's another day and I'm going to reset my goals. So, and it is a skill. But it's a skill to realize that just adds value to your life. It doesn't diminishes what you're trying to do, just adds value.
It absolutely does.
And I seriously,
the whole experience is enriching.
I don't get up and just go into the office every morning and think, oh well, going to have another day in the office. You've got to have a plan. Otherwise, I'm not going to get where I want to take Manatech to over the next couple of years. And does it all work out right? Not always. But you've got to try. And that's what I want everyone to do on trip, is just to try. Go for it. Have fun. Go for it. And as you just said, put a line in the sand of where your business is today, and then where your business has grown by just trying in October. And if you're on trip, fantastic. Absolutely. Celebrate. If you're not, don't beat yourself up, because your business has grown. You've given the good health to so many other people that you wouldn't have given the gift of good health to. You've given them a business opportunity and you're in a better place. It's a win-win. It's exciting. Sorry.
It is, absolutely. No. And apparently somewhere in the terms and conditions, I'm scanning, but I can't see it, that it's mentioning March 31st as the date for the bonus points. Would that be just a clerical error?
I think we have to wait to the end of the month, and I'm not too sure. It's a systems thing, and I'm going to take that as a question, whether we have to run a report and then the double points are given back by the US. I'm not sure. That's an area I need to double check on, but all the points will go in. And now I'm thinking also that will be a top up day, which will be the 1st of April. But I will check and I'll get some clarity on that one, Sharon.
So the one I'm looking at says your interest and commitment to the incentive, register, activate for 50 points. So you must register by the 29th of February to be awarded those points.
That's right.
The registrations received.
And then double points.
So we can register anytime, but the bonus points are only available for those that register by the 29th.
Yeah.
So for someone that new coming in, they can register in March. They just aren't eligible for those 50 bonus points. Yeah. So John, I'm not sure, but maybe just check in with customer service. If you see something that's an error there, then it will be corrected.
Sorry, you were picking up for me, Sharon, and I misunderstood. I thought you were talking about double points for March. So I jumped in there, not the bonus points.
Okay. Yeah, it says, mentions 31st of March as the date for 50 bonus points. So anyway, we can just get that quick highlight. I can't see it, but I might have missed it.
Okay, I'll get clarity.
And somebody's brought up a great point to recognize some of the award winners. I think on this call, well, Rachel Davies, Colleen Ryan was getting Spirit Awardee of this year.
Yeah.
I'm scanning, but somebody's gonna have to help me. I can't see everybody who's on the call. So if there's
Rachel.
anybody, but yes, Rachel's a fan. It's like we're a fan of Rachel. So anyway, I think that's it. And just so you know, next week we have Dr. Nugent. And he's going to be talking everything superfood, greens and reds. And thanks, Rachel. I love the interaction in the comments. So thanks for everybody for fully participating. And then the week after that, we're going to get a leaders panel. So if you're on this call and you'd like to be part of a leaders panel, leadership is anything from associate up. Leadership is in your attitude and your behavior. If you'd like to contribute to that, we welcome you. So just let me know. So Jenny, would you like to say anything in completion this morning?
Well, I guess I'm feeling inspired myself by the generosity of spirit I saw at conference, by the training, the field that stepped up and presented to the benefit of the audience. I want to build that going forward because to me, as I say, success comes from teamwork. We can support each other. And I just felt that conference was a great platform for us to grow together. I have got a great dream I shared with you for Australasia, and I think we're on the journey. No, I don't think, I believe we're on the journey, and we're going to achieve some amazing goals. So I thank everyone for the contribution and their commitment to conference. And for those who couldn't make it, I hope to be in front of you next year as we double the numbers. Is that a big goal? But let's see what we can do. Anyway, thank you for your time this morning, Sharon.
Yeah. Who on this call is willing to help Mantech Australasia achieve that goal? Double the numbers at conference next year. Just think of all the fun we can have on the dance floor then. I also just put, for anybody who want to quickly skim up in the chat, one of the things we'll highlight a lot is Dr. Adam Fraser's talk when we do the debrief.
Yep.
I put a link to another talk of his in there so that if you want to watch that before the call in a fortnight, you'll have some more mass. But it's got some real important points for our industry there in regards to happiness and goal achievement, actually, and striving to overcome and achieve. I'd highly recommend. So I'll just put it in here again. And I'll put that on the Facebook page as well, but I'd highly recommend you watch that, and you'll have more background information for when we're talking about it in a fortnight. So Jenny, God bless you. Thank you so much for being so generous with all of us, your time and expertise. It glows everywhere, the depth of experience that you have, and we're very lucky in Mantech Australasia.
My pleasure, and I hope we can do this again sometime soon. So thank you to Sharon. You're doing a great job. Love it. Thank you.
Yeah, we love it. See everybody. See you next week with Dr. Nugent.
Bye for now.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.